to use void magic.
How's it going, dude?
Like...
How's it going, dude?
How's it going, dude?
Anduin basically goes like, yeah, no, dude, you're totally cool. You join the Alliance, and that's how you get Void Elves on the Alliance. So we basically have Blood Elves on the Alliance and the...
Well, because Anduin is all void charged too, isn't he?
The only people who know that are him and the player character, because he's like your best friend.
Gotcha.
He was learning how to do it from Benedictus before we found out Benedictus was, you know, part of the Twilight's Hammer and betrayed us. So Anduin knows how to use it and never... After Cataclysm ended, like, shit, Dad's gonna kill me. So he never told anybody he could use it. So he
Gotcha.
magic stuff for the priests, and never touches the void after that. He can still use it, but has never host aside from casting fear in was the only time he
Oh, Frank.
Honestly, I told Jeremy and John that we need to make a guild on the Alliance and just start and we need to call it either Frank's Vindicars or just call it How's It Going, Dude?
How's it
How's it going, dude? You stay away from the alcohol.
And then it's gonna be our motto's gonna be you staying away from the alcohol.
You staying away from the alcohol?
But it's gonna be spelled really stupid.
Like the way I do?
Yes.
Yep.
You staying away from the alcohol?
Stay away from the alcohol.
So yeah, so I saw the video series.
That is awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
How's it going, dude?
Welcome to Post House Party.
Yeah, the second I can play that game myself and own it, Drew's coming down here. We're just gonna spend like 2 days playing through the whole game because we're going to bang Big Boss Amy.
Yeah, we have to.
Honestly,
She's, like,
it's funny because
boss.
whenever I looked at the list of girls, I'm like, Amy's the one I'd probably actually go for.
I mean, we
Not
want to
me,
go
I'm
for
not-
Amy simply because of the fact that she's the hardest
She's
one
the
to
boss.
sleep with.
Yeah.
She's the final boss of this game.
I wouldn't go for Amy
Well-
though. I'm not attracted to Asians.
Like me and Aaron are both just like, my God, she's so fucking cute. I love her.
I think Asians are beautiful, but I do not think they are sexy.
I will fuck.
Wow,
anyone
that's
that looks
racist. You should really change your preferences so that you can be more PC, man.
See, I just fuck whoever's attractive enough.
I mean,
That's fair, right?
me and Drew are right here, dude.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're like 3,000 miles away, and Drew lives an hour away. That is too far and way too much work for me.
I feel that though.
I'm sorry.
It's just like I feel it.
Sorry to disappoint Bets, but
Sorry,
Drew is
that's
mine.
Too far away.
Sorry to
Right?
disappoint Bets, but Drew is mine.
Yep. Alright, here.
What did she text you?
She texted me. I told her because I just found I have like a secret passion that like a secret love for something, and it's not really a secret. It's just like nobody fucking knows, and it never comes up, and
cool.
so I've never told like anyone. But I fucking love beatboxing. I love it. It is one of my favorite things.
No wonder
I
you like
feel like
games.
this has come up in a conversation before with us, Drew.
I do not think it ever has with us. Because it's been a long time since I've even mentioned beatboxing. But I love it, and I recently found a guy named Verbalace who does, like, cartoon beatbox battles. So they're themed to cartoon. So I sent a message to Beth, and I said, hey, you know what I absolutely adore? And she said, me? And I said, wow, you don't know me at all.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
So that's why.
I wonder if she genuinely expected it to be
God,
her.
that's almost as good as that's almost as good as hey freelance. You know who was talking about you?
No one.
Nobody, you fucking loser.
You have no one, you fucking loser.
Yeah,
He's
so,
all like self-conscious now.
yeah, that was great. So I have a pretty interesting starter topic. Something
Excellent.
that Specs might know about.
Oh, all right.
Dicks?
Do you remember the time?
Did you say, is it dicks?
No, I'm just gonna. No. Do you remember the time the CDC took data from World of Warcraft?
I don't know. What
Do you remember the
The
corrupted
Central
blood
Dere-
incident?
Disease control.
Do I remember the what?
The corrupted blood incident.
I remember that.
The...
I was playing during that time.
Are you talking about the opening for Wrath of the Lich King when everyone became infected and there was cross-faction ghoulies?
No.
Or was it
Well,
something different?
no.
What part of this are you talking about?
There was so this all started. It's a very interesting story. This all started back in 2005.
Wow, that's a long ass time.
Yeah, I know.
that's like
You
a
feel
year after the
fucking
game
old.
came out.
That was the Burning Crusade special.
I was
event.
like 8.
Corrupted Blood.
Yeah,
I
no.
want to say that's a quest in Hellfire Peninsula.
I think it was the special event.
It began with a new
for-
raid called Zul Gareb.
Oh wow, no, I don't
that
remember
corrupted-
that.
that
That's vanilla.
corrupted-
Its
blood.
end boss
Yeah, that's
Akar
a
would
vanilla
affect
thing.
players by using a debuff called Corrupted Blood, which is a significant amount of damage to the player over time. Disease would be
Yeah.
passed on between any nearby characters and would kill characters with lower levels in a few seconds,
Okay,
while higher level
Specs
characters
knows
could
about
keep
that,
themselves
I know.
alive. It would
I
disappear.
remember this now.
It would disappear as time passed or when the character died. Due to a programming error, when hunters or warlocks dismissed their pets, those pets would keep any active debuffs from someone again. So
Yes,
basically,
and
a pandemic happened. A literal virtual pandemic happened on World of
yeah.
Warcraft. It
Real-
spread, people would die, people tried to keep
Yeah.
away from each other.
Yeah, Freelance, let me take it from here. This basically spread out. I did not experience this as I started Wrath of the Lich King, but
Yeah.
I have heard the legends.
The legend.
Hunters and warlocks would bring their pets in and
Oh,
purposely
hunters,
dismiss it with the buff, and then they would bring their pets back to Ironforge and Orgrimmar. Remember, Stormwind was largely unused in vanilla. Ironforge was the main hub then.
Oh wow.
And you would bring your pet out in large groups of players and watch the chaos ensue as pandemic plague blight, literally the equivalent of the scourge blight, burst through the city streets. It
So
would kill
low-level
players.
characters would die.
It would kill players. It would kill NPCs. It would kill guards.
Oh my
It
god.
would kill Thrall. It would.
This is
kill
my
Agony.
favorite. No, listen, this is my favorite.
Cities turned to ruin.
My favorite part was
a
that-
glorious thing until Blizzard finally went, shit, we need to patch this. This is a problem.
The
It
major
lasted like 2 weeks.
major towns and cities in the game were abandoned by the population as panic set in and players rushed to evacuate to the relative safety of the countryside, leaving urban areas filled to the brim with corpses and the streets literally white with the bones of the dead. Literally.
Yeah, there were so many corpse
Oh
skeletons
my
because corpse
God.
skeletons didn't disappear until server reset, mind you, in vanilla. They littered everything. Oh, it was fantastic.
Fucking
It was-
amazing. And no, that was not even the end of
I
it.
had to
The
look up
sea-
pictures
Cool.
and video. When Jeremy told me the story and legend of these days, these 2 weeks leading to the end of Zul'Gurub before Blizzard finally found the problem and fixed the buff. Like, this was a PR nightmare for the player moderators. The game masters were freaking out. Nobody knew what was causing this to happen, and it was in early stages of the game. This was the second raid that launched into the game.
Yeah, that was the
Blizzard
second raid.
wasn't sure what was causing it. So it took 2 server resets to figure out what was going on. And Blizzard just had no idea. It was a complete mess. The game was literally in an unplayable state for 2 weeks. It was terrible.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
Because
If you played that, it was apparently the worst. It was hilarious, but also like, fuck, this sucks. The only thing you could do was raid, and then you always, like every raid team, had that one idiot that brought the buff into the raid and would cause a wipe before we even started pulling it.
Oh my god.
Because one guy would get summoned in by the warlock, and then all of a sudden, they would just spread. They're like, shit, fucking wipe it up. Get rid of it. Fucking walking in, guys. It's still there. Everybody die, and it would take 20 minutes of wasted time. It apparently was just fucking horrendous.
yeah, well, also apparently it was so like amazingly just realistic. The CDC took it and was like, "This is a great way to find out how people would react during an epidemic."
That's true. Except for the fact that people spread it on purpose.
No,
that's true.
Well, listen. There are some assholes out here.
The
There are assholes out there that spread HIV on purpose.
To be fair, if people respawned like they did in World of Warcraft, I would spread a virus like that. Simply for the fact of let's see how people react, because this is gonna be fucking hilarious.
Exactly.
Like,
people are assholes.
Guys, it didn't go away. Oh, dude, I'm taking this back to the main city. Wait, guys, watch this. Just watch. Dude, that guy just died. Oh, shit. Dude, it's killing everything.
Yeah, let me see if I can find...
It's funny for like 20 minutes, and then you realize, dude, this is really fucking annoying. I can't even use the fucking auction house.
Well, yeah,
Why did we do this? I really thinking this is a terrible fucking idea.
Well,
I'm fucking done with this. Like, you want to just go play fucking Call of Duty? Fuck this game. Yeah, let's just go play Call of Duty until Blizzard fixes this shit. This is literally unplayable. But we're the ones that fucking caused it.
It's like...
Well, the same thing happened in the event for Cataclysm as well, where everybody would be a zombie.
That was on purpose, I believe.
Yeah, Blizzard did it on purpose this time.
That was Red Dead Lich King, but yes, it was intentional, and yes, it was in homage to the fuck up with ZG.
It wasn't intentional because they timed it this time. It was like it takes 7 minutes to infect, and then 6, and then 5, and then 4.
Yeah.
Every day it would get faster and faster.
Yeah, to simulate the spreading of the plague.
It's hilarious that like streets would just be fucking covered in bodies. That's great. I love it.
Well, the best part is this has there's a parallel. There's another one of these that happened in the game RuneScape in, I want to say it was 2006, early 2007, when the construction skill had come out. Now, if you've played RuneScape, it is pretty much the epitome of, okay, new skills out, who's the first one's gonna get it to 99?
Oh yeah.
This was back before RuneScape really did a heavy testing, because they didn't have the team back then to do that, even though the game was at probably its peak at the point. While power leveling it through, there was an error with some of the items that led to building the combat arena inside a player-owned house. Now, going into it would flag you for free-for-all. You could attack other players directly. Upon leaving in a certain way, it would not clear, and you could love this and play not have it. And it led to what became known as the Falador Massacre. Running from Remington up to Falador, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I remember that specifically, but that much of a fiasco for PR in general. It took Jagex Mods over 45 minutes to fix this, and he was able to just run around Falador and slaughter anyone he wanted because they couldn't fight back. People were losing banks and just their entire bank stake, they were losing it. It was a complete fucking fiasco because it counted as PvP, and when the stuff dropped, it was free for all. Anyone could grab it, so there was no way to know where loot went, who was responsible. They ended up, it was the one other time than recently in the last, I think it was earlier this a couple months ago, they had to do a rollback. It was the one other time they ever had to do a rollback on the game and actually roll back data on the servers prior to the incident and then shut the servers down while they fixed the bug that caused it.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest PR nightmares I have ever seen.
Yeah, but going back to the Corrupted Blood incident, it just became a model for epidemic research.
That is amazing.
One guy was like, one guy suggested like, hey, role-playing games could serve as an advanced platform for modeling the dissemination of infectious diseases. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention contacted Blizzard and requested statistics on this event for research on epidemics, but was told that it was a glitch. Like, who cares if it was a glitch?
Right.
And it's like, it's funny because like people would come into the towns, like witness the devastation this infection would bring, and then just get out. And people were like, that's exactly how journalists would be in these kinds of situations.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's insane how this one fuck-up created an amazing model for epidemic research, and goes to show how good video games are.
Yeah, that's true.
It also goes to show the dangers of letting people create weapons of mass destruction biologically.
Yeah.
Because as we saw, warlocks and hunters cannot be trusted.
Blizzard has maintained. This is a weird sentence. Blizzard has maintained a position that World of Warcraft is first and foremost a game, and that it was never designed to mirror reality or anything in the real world. No shit. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a fucking video game. But no, maybe that's why nobody trusts warlocks. Everyone knows hunters are stupid. They probably did it by accident. Warlocks would have done it intentionally.
anyway.
Yeah.
Say someone who means a warlock. I can say I would have done it intentionally.
Anyway, welcome to We'll Figure It Out. I'm Freelance.
Look. I'm Drew.
And you?
How's
The other-
it going, dudes?
How's it going, dude?
Going, dudes.
It's like, I know people who are straight edge, but that is way beyond straight edge.
It's
Yeah,
maximum edge.
That's maximum edge.
It's so
That's
sharp you
way-
can look at it, and it will cut you.
It will cut you.
Yeah,
I even do not. I do not condone Frank's actions, and I'm straight edge. I fucking hate alcohol, and I'm not a huge fan of drugs. But I mean, if people want to do them, that's fine. Just don't hurt yourself, and especially don't hurt others.
Hey,
And you're
Drew,
fine. Then you're
Drew, I'm pretty sure I saw Freelance stuffing some alcohol down his pants.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna kill you, Freeland!
No, no! Oh, dude, no, bro, please!
I'm gonna thrust kick you in the chest 3 times, and then you're gonna crumple like a ragdoll.
Bro, please, no, wait, Frank!
Oh, dude, he made me drop my booze. Have you seen my bottle, man?
But I am very disappointed in Frank for not finding certain bottles.
Right.
The ones that are super fucking obvious, like the one in the next feet away from.
Nah, man, he's too
That's
busy
pretty
looking at this
bad.
alcohol.
He's too busy. He's gotta watch that cabinet. Nobody's
Yeah.
taking that alcohol.
Oh.
And so he won't let you take some alcohol if you show him some pictures of Catherine.
Yeah.
Hey, dude,
Like, dude,
have you seen her?
I will
tits?
give
They're
her. I will
amazing.
give my left nut for a night with her.
I
I
will
give
give
my
my left head for her.
No, his nut, his left
Yeah,
nut,
I know,
specifically
but
his
that-
left nut.
That's what Aaron says though. He's like,
His
I would
head's a
give my
giant
left head
testicle,
for
though.
her. Because his
'Cause
head looks like a giant
giant
shaved
testicle.
testicle.
That game, like, it looks like a shitty Unity game in some aspects, but it's like so well made.
It's so well made.
It's like it's insanely well made.
Yeah, it's like holy shit. This is like super good. Why am I enjoying this game?
Why is this shit game so good?
Well, here's the funny part about it.
Why
When we
is
got
this
home from
shit game
TrotCon,
so
when we got home from TrotCon, I asked Jeremy about it because I have no house as a man of no house party experience. I claim to be a
Right.
Chad. I am very far from being a Chad.
You are
I
the
claim-
Virgin Specs
I-
and the
I-
Chad Jeremy.
I am the Virgin
Jeremy.
Specs and the Chad Jeremy. So I went to the Chad Jeremy and was like, Chad Jeremy, how do house party?
Well, let me tell you, dude.
And he explains.
tell you, dude.
So he sits down and goes, well, here's how it goes, dude. And he goes, yeah, that's pretty much exactly how house parties go. And I
Even
was like,
even
"You're
if they're
kidding,
that
right?"
disappointingly looking.
And apparently that, like, as disappointingly looking as it is, that's apparently very, very accurate to real house parties.
I
To
believe
which I then went, I gotta get me some house party.
Expired credit card. What kind of sorority does that?
You would be surprised, apparently, as I asked my sister that one. Was like, does that shit really happen? She's like, yes. And I very abruptly got myself uninvolved in that nonsense.
Because who knows what else she.
Because unlike me, my sister actually went to college.
Yeah, well, my sister did too, but she didn't join a sorority. I don't think the university had one. Anyway,
that's good.
yeah, sororities and fraternities are just like
Why?
sausage parties and taco parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, So
It's like,
Now, when you have
Pointless.
sausage taco parties, it's so much more fun.
yeah, okay, sausage taco parties are good.
Dash work that
parties.
or gay sausage parties. Or gay taco
That
parties.
depends. Are we watching Steel Magnolias during?
Sure.
The party, of course. I mean, there's going to be probably a good little bit of entrees and of all the different
Some
like,
nice
little fun stuff.
yes. Nice entrees and
Yeah,
appetizers.
Steve's probably gonna make those nice little hot dogs wrapped in little bread things. with
Some nice
cheese in them.
tapenade. Fucking no.
Right, we'll
Tapenade.
just cry our eyes out at the end of both of them because it's just so beautiful.
It's just so beautiful.
It's like I have personal insight to how that works or something.
Yeah, so there are some. I just want to catch up on a few things that we talked about last week.
Okay.
So yeah, some updates or some things I've learned about previous stories that we should probably talk about. So remember last show when I talked about the Smash tournament and it was shit because two players just decided to just charged at each other.
Right.
There's a reason they did it.
Oh.
They didn't do it to fuck around. They did it because the Smash community is a bunch of fucking assholes.
That's a very justifiable reason to do something.
No, because they're both Bayo players, so they got booed.
Oh.
And so, like, you know what? Fuck these people.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fair.
I mean, if there's one thing we all can agree on is the Smash competitive community are petty fucking virgin betas.
They are horrible.
The virgin Smash players.
They are
Chad-
so far from. They're so far.
The
from
Chad
being
Street,
bad.
the Chad Dragon Ball Z fighters.
Well, the top tier, like the toppest tier smashers,
Are actually cool.
they're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But like the second tier, like the second best players, those guys are assholes. What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say it's justified. And
Yeah, that's fine then. If they got booed, well, fuck them. Like.
oh yeah. Also, do you guys remember that? Did you ever see that article that said like Smash players are the smelliest?
What?
No, that's funny. though.
Wait, have they met bronies?
Right.
No, the smelliest of the FGC community.
Oh, that's fair. I could
It's
agree with that.
even like people from like Tekken and Dragon Ball Z fighters are like, yeah, they're smelly, man.
Yeah, no, those fuckers don't shower.
But yeah, also another thing we talked about was Negan getting put into Tekken when Cosmic
Yes,
Kiryu was not put
Negan.
into Tekken. We did have a bit of an argument, but I want to say, Evo is the worst place to announce Negan for Tekken.
Why is that?
It would have been better to announce it at Comic-Con. Because that is where all the people who like The Walking Dead would go like, hey, maybe I should give this game a try.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Instead, they're just giving it to a bunch of people who are just going like, where's Cosmo? And to be fair, Sega is like, there was a vote for like, who would you want to put in Tekken? And they're like, we want Cosmic Kiryu. And Sega's like, yeah, we super want to put Cosmic Kiryu in it. And the creator of the game, Harad, is like, I guess he's an asshole. Who's just like I can understand when you put Negan in. Sure, that's your pick. But people want Cosmic Kiryu. Who doesn't? And like, if not him, Goro Majima is like the most interesting character to put into a fighting game.
Let's do it. Get him in there.
But yeah, Evo is the wrong audience to show that Negan's in the game.
Yeah.
This is a cross promotion. This is meant to
That
get
makes
people
sense.
interested in the other thing. So fighting game character, the fighting game, you could be like, oh, Walking Dead, maybe I should give that a shot. This character's so good to be put in here. People who like Walking Dead, hey, he's getting put in the air. Maybe I should, give that game a try. That's what cross promotions are mostly for. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, Walking Dead is a dying show.
Yeah, it needs to end.
It needs to end. Me and my dad have watched it.
ready.
I've watched every fucking season. And fuck off, like trying to go
watched
watch
up to
Fear the
season
Walking
4.
Dead. Who gives a shit anymore?
It gives a shit.
Yeah.
Yup.
And especially since in the first season they led a pack of zombies towards a like area where people are being protected. Like the main characters did that, so that they can rescue their son from it, even though he was being treated fairly nice. And like, how could I like these people? How could I like these people at all?
Yeah.
I can understand some of the things that they do in the original Walking Dead.
Right.
Oh, kitty. Yeah, it's just like so shitty. Walking Dead is a dying show. It's gonna die soon. Negan was like, I would say Negan is a good character. Is probably the best character to put into Tekken because he has the most charisma.
He is unbelievably well written.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an amazing actor.
It's real good. Zach had me watch the first 2 episodes of season 7 of The Walking Dead just so I could experience
Yeah, just experience it. Yeah, like anyone who wants to experience Negan, just look at Negan, experience him. He is an amazing character. And the only reason I was interested in season 7.
I don't think you guys noticed I vanished like that, but I noticed my fish's filter looked really funky. I was like, why does it look like there's calcium building up? I'm like, oh no, that's dirt. Oh, this was supposed to get changed like 2 weeks ago. Shit, right.
Wow, okay.
Your fish is in dirty water.
It's a Play-Doh, it's fine.
Alright.
But the filter wasn't really pushing water out. So the filter stopped doing its job a little while ago.
Anyway, also, the guy who plagiarized the Dead Cells review. Also, Dead Cells is, from what I'm hearing, amazing game.
Dead Cells?
Dead Cells. Yeah, it's called Dead Cells. It's. I know when I talked about it, like Specs hated everything I said about it because it was Metroidvania, with Dark Souls like combat.
It's mostly because I hate the fact that people can game without using other games as
I know, but Metroidvania is a genre now. To be honest,
I still hate that. Like, why?
Well, no, I can understand saying Metroidvania, but now Souls
the
like
genre was action side scroller. Why did we change it to Metroidvania?
It's much more interesting to say.
Just like roguelike,
because action side scroller could also be like Contra.
What's the difference?
A Metroidvania is like exploring around, getting items, and like going back to certain areas. That's what a Metroidvania is. It's not just side scrolling and action. There's more to Metroidvania than that.
What even is What?
Metroidvania. A Metroidvania. It's a game. It's like a game that you go like. It's got this large area to explore, usually side scroller, and you go around and you get items to go to previous areas you've already went to.
What is Vania?
Castlevania.
Oh,
Freelance, hear me out.
What?
Why the fuck don't we just call it Zelda-esque then?
Because Zelda has become a 3D game now. It's the
same fucking thing.
No,
Metroid's also a 3D game, so is Castlevania. Your explanation there is moot.
No, because the best Metroids and the best Castlevanias are 2D
games. No, they aren't.
Well,
and why not? Why call them Zelda-esque? Because Metroidvania sounds cooler?
The best
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Metroid games
They both sound stupid. And no, Simon's Quest is fucking terrible, first of all.
Well, no
one can argue that.
Danny will argue with you.
And Danny's wrong.
I haven't played any of the 3D Castlevania games because
I heard they're not good.
They suck.
No, they're pretty good. Just like how Metroid Prime is vastly superior to Echoes. Or no, Echoes is the second one. Fusion.
I'm guessing you also think Other M is pretty good, huh?
I never played Other M, so I can't have an opinion on it. No, I still probably want to play it because it looked really good.
It's mostly the cutscenes that are like criticized because the voice acting director was like just basically told the English voice actors go like, do it just like do it like basically said the same thing he would say to the Japanese ones.
I mean, to be fair, in Breath of the Wild, I have heavy criticism to the acting half of like the voice work is great. The acting of the voice work is about half-assed. The voice acting itself doesn't match the way the text is written.
Yeah, but
somewhere, somehow, someone screwed something up.
But here's the thing: is that Zelda Breath of the Wild has a lot to it. Other M, put a lot of faith in its cutscenes.
I don't know. Metroid was just as good when not a single person said a word.
And also, so Metroidvania and Souls-like, which is becoming a genre in of its own. Of course, a slowly growing one, but I know there does need to be a better name for it, but Souls-like is all we have right now.
Especially when it becomes a meme of like, is this Dark Souls? And
I know,
it's whatever fucking flavor of the month game it is.
I know. Eventually, I'm pretty sure that's stopped now, hasn't it?
No, that's never going away.
But Souls-like is a genre I'd rather use because there's a specific feeling to Dark Souls. There's a specific feeling to Dark Souls and the Surge and Lords of the Fallen. No, they're feelings, like certain kinds of feelings with it. It's a game. No, Souls-like is a game that allows you to die and go back and get your items.
So it's RuneScape.
I guess RuneScape's a Souls-like. Is RuneScape the Dark Souls of RPGs?
Rune 4, Dark Souls, and
Dark
even
Souls
Evil
is
Souls.
the RuneScape of
Dark Souls is the
games.
RuneScape of single.
So we should start calling games Soulscape.
Who fucking?
Like,
I'm just gonna go with Souls-like and Metroidvania because listen, community has already like agreed calling it Souls-like and Metroidvania. There's no way we could change it. We're a bunch of losers.
Hear me out.
We're a bunch of
We could now. I know this is gonna sound crazy, absolutely nuts. You're gonna think I'm hearing the whispers of the old ones. Or we could just use simile with proper adjectives.
Nah.
I know, I sound nuts, but I'm serious. I think this could work. It's gonna be like indoor plumbing. It's gonna be big.
The only thing I will ever say is a something like game is roguelike.
I think that's the only one that's acceptable because I don't even know what rogue is to even use it as
it's
a term.
As old ass game.
When did it even come out? Was it like before that even?
It's like 1981 when it was like ASCII art traveling through a shitty looking dungeon.
Is that the one that's got like it's done in ASCII and it's done in like command prompt, like draws a map out of how you're going?
Yeah, it's very very basic, and each dungeon's always procedurally generated, and if you
that's usually
all
what
your shit and have to start over again.
Yeah, that's usually the definition of rogue. But like what we're seeing here with things like Souls-like is what happened with Doom. You remember when every FPS after Doom was called a Doom clone?
I mean, freelance.
But then they called it FPS.
Well, wait.
Right.
Wait,
yeah.
before we jump past that, let's remember that literally everything post-Doom, and let's not forget Wolfenstein, used the same setup and even the same UI reskinned up until they made it to the Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye. So they were literally Doom and Wolfenstein.
Was Quake before GoldenEye?
I don't know if Quake.
Ooh, that's super close.
Yeah, you'd have to look it up. I don't know that one.
Quake.
That's super close. I have
GoldenEye.
Both games were Quake and GoldenEye were the first two games.
No, not the movie GoldenEye. What the fuck do you think I'm talking? No. Get the fuck out of here.
The movie arguably has a better story than the game did anyway, so it's not like a big deal.
Let's see, 1997.
The game had good multiplayer. That was the only reason people played it.
Let's see, Quake. Let's see, the first Quake came out in 1996. The GoldenEye came out in 1997.
Yeah.
Quake came out first?
Oh wait, no, I'm looking. Wait. I'm looking at the Quake.
What?
I'm looking at the Quake HUD, and yeah, it's very much like Doom.
Yeah.
But then I'm pretty sure Quake 2 kind of changed that.
Quake 2 was definitely got to be a change. I didn't play Quake 2. I played a little of Quake 1.
Remember when the maker of Quake wanted you to be his bitch when he made Daikatana? John Romero. He was the guy behind Doom and Quake and Hexen and Wolfenstein 3D and Dangerous Dave. He's basically the reason why deathmatch is a term.
I mean, somebody had to make these game modes first.
Yeah, yeah, but eventually he made a game called Daikatana, and one of the advertisements was, John Mayer's gonna make you his bitch. And let me tell you, didn't go well.
He doesn't. Right.
Yeah, but Daikatana failed horribly. Anyway, as I was gonna say,
It did.
Dead Cells, from what I'm hearing, is an amazing game. I'm probably gonna be giving it, getting it once it's on sale. But let's see. It turns out the guy who plagiarized that review plagiarized tons more.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's super fired then.
Oh, he was like the most fired, man. He's like
The most fired. He is so jobbing.
he's
fired.
he
and
was
they
he
looked
has
him in the face
he has
and
never
said-
become more of a customer than he has right now.
Well, no, that he was so fired. They really went. Yeah, we're not promoting you to customer. You're just not welcome here. We don't even want you reading our content anymore.
Yeah. But little things going on online where people are like, "Oh, Gamergators, where's that ethics in journalism now?" It's like, listen, IGN dealt with the situation.
Yeah, I'd wager to say this is the first time in a while we've seen actual ethics in games journalism in a while. I'd say it's right there, very front and center.
IGN fired him. They issued an apology.
Yeah,
They
I'd say
did the
this is
best
first-
thing they could do.
Yeah, I'd say this is the first time since 2014 that we've seen ethics and integrity in games journalism.
Yeah. Okay, so that is all I have on updates. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Drew, you've been playing
Well,
Monster Hunter.
I have been.
What do you think?
A lot.
You
Well-
it's fucking great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Have you fought Kieran?
No. And everyone else, even besides you, is saying like the exact same thing you are. They're like, "Oh no, don't even do that yet." Like
Patrick of
finish
Two
the
Best Friends.
storyline first.
Patrick of Two Best Friends will even say, "Dude, Kieran." Everyone hates Kieran. The only reason you would like Kieran is because Kieran looks cool. Because it's an elder dragon that looks like a unicorn.
Right. Hmm.
I want to kill it and wear it like my bitch.
No, you're not. Listen.
Dude, fuck you. I have rated Mythic and World of
I don't
Warcraft.
care!
Nothing is fucking difficult for me. This game, I have played WoW for 10 years. MMOs are a fucking joke to me.
Well,
The
this
only
isn't
thing
an
that holds me
MMO.
back-
It's a co-op game.
Yeah,
And, dude,
it's
I've fucking soloed co-op games before.
it's like a single player game actually.
It can
It's
be.
like
Yeah, no,
it's
trust me. Okay, trust me. You can probably defeat Kieran, just not the first time. You will
It's
I
never.
will
single
probably
player.
farm Kieran. Fuck that shit.
It's single player like Diablo is single player.
Oh my god, then yeah, then there's definitely no reason I can't do the things in that.
Yeah,
game.
but Kieran. Listen, you're laughing now. But let me tell you, the night I fought Kieran, I was like, no, dude, I was like talking to my friend who played Monster Hunter a lot, and so I know he was like an expert. And I was like, no, dude, I'm fine. I'm gonna try it on my own. Try it on my own. I beat it. I didn't get it the first time. I was like, okay, try me again. Fuck you, join me! You're getting in here now. Yeah. So Drew, what
Yeah,
weapon did you
there you
pick?
Lance.
Just
Because it's part
picked
of
a
your
giant
name.
penis.
you wait,
because it's
wait.
part
The
of
lance
my
or the
ultimate
lance or
lover's
the
name.
gun lance?
The freelance.
Good one.
Got him.
Yeah. I picked.
Just the regular lance.
Yeah, no. The regular lance is a good weapon. So is the gun lance. Every weapon in this game.
Ever
great.
since Final Fantasy VIII, fuck any weapon that is a weapon and then also a gun. Fuck them. They're stupid. I hate that. I hate that trope. I hate gun weapons. So I was like, gun lance? You mean worse a regular lance? A lance is for stabbing, not shooting.
Listen, the gun lance is really cool.
I hear the gun lance is very fun. But ever since Seifer, I hate gun weapons.
I can understand that. Just don't.
I mean, it
Just
was
don't
Final
watch
Fantasy
Ruby then.
VIII,
You'll hate
so-
Ruby.
Well, yeah, but Ruby's weapons are different though. They're all guns. Like they're all guns.
I'm just gonna,
all
I'm
of
gonna
them
go on
are.
a limb here. The only thing I'm interested in all in that show is a scythe that's also a rifle.
Yes, the main character's weapon, Crescent Rose. It is
It's the only one that's cool.
No,
I don't know.
Ruby's
No,
awesome.
dude, no. Let me tell you what my favorite weapon in Ruby. It's Sun's. The character's name is Sun.
Okay.
And he has a weapon that is a staff. Seems normal.
Mhm.
You can split into two. Turns it into nunchucks.
Awesome.
Okay.
Not just that,
Is it also
they're
like
nunchucks
fun?
that are also lever action shotguns.
They're also lever action shotguns.
Yeah, each nunchuck like part is a lever action shotgun. So there's one battle that is my favorite battle where he's just whacking at a person, just shooting at them, and they're blocking each hit, and it's really fucking cool.
Yeah, the only thing that's arguably cooler than the scythe is the hammer. That's it. Barring that, I have no interest in that show at all.
Yeah, I can understand
It's
that.
an awesome show.
It's well, not anymore.
It isn't. Aw.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Recently a character trailer came out, and I'm gonna probably get that a look at some point. But apparently the animation is great. For me, Volume 6 is their last chance to keep me on, because so far it has just been shitty story. The story has basically turned into a MacGuffin hunt.
Oh.
What?
A MacGuffin hunt. Basically, a MacGuffin is an item that's all powerful and like just what the whole plot revolves around. And the plot didn't revolve around MacGuffins until Volume 4.
Oh, so that can make sense if this thing had existed the whole time.
It technically
and was
did.
like,
Right.
We have to get this. Oh shit, that's a little bit
Technically
more
did.
right now. Let's go deal with that. This clearly isn't going anywhere.
And the Volume 5's last battle was like a huge battle, but it wasn't well done because all of the battles were like intersplicing with each other. And I always thought the best way you should do those kinds of battles is have one-on-one between people. That's what makes the train fight in Volume 2 so great, is because each character had a different enemy to fight.
You're a train fight.
Thank you. I love the train fight.
Train fights
I mean-
are pretty sweet.
That's why Grimrail Depot is the best dungeon in all of World of Warcraft.
The train fight has my
Train.
second favorite fight, which is Yang versus Neapolitan.
Ice cream?
That's a good name.
Well, yeah, no, because yeah, like the ice cream. Anyway, so have you played anything else other than Monster Hunter World?
No.
Nope. I have
No,
not.
I mean I understand because Monster Hunter World will take over a lot of your life. Also,
Yeah.
I've been hearing more things about Rathalos fight in Final Fantasy XIV, and
Fucking mess.
all I'm hearing is that people are liking it.
Oh, anyone I've talked to that still
awesome
plays
in
it,
Monster Hunter.
it's fucking terrible in Final
Well,
Fantasy.
yeah, because that's for Monster Hunter.
This-
Um,
Well, the problem being is they ported the fight right out of Monster Hunter into Final Fantasy. The fight you cannot complete with a normal group. Like the game's built on 2 tank, 2 healer, 4 DPS.
and you can't fight Behemoth with randos. You
You
need
have
people
to-
to talk with.
Well, no, that's the thing. Even in a group, when you're doing it with 2 tank, 2 healer, 4 DPS, the way groups are intended to be set up, you need to run 4 tanks, 2 healers, 2 DPS, and in most situations, if you're not playing absolutely flawlessly with specific classes, some classes are excluded from the fight completely because they don't do enough damage. Because you have to use 4 tanks, you don't have enough damage, and it's drawing you back, and you don't beat the timer.
Welcome to
kills you.
Monster Hunter.
Yes, that's
Monster
not
Hunter
okay
is
to just
also
do
like
that
that.
in another game. Crossovers are good, but balanced it for the game mechanics of the game itself.
When I've heard it's
Oh,
fairly balanced. Like Patrick from Two Best Friends said, like everyone's loving it,
now, I've heard the complete
and he's a
opposite
Final
from
Fantasy
lot of
XIV
people.
player, so he knows.
Yes, I'm saying from other Final Fantasy XIV players that I speak to that still play, all disagree with that.
Hmm.
And I'm talking that's about a half dozen people, which leads me to believe that that's a good amount of people.
It could
'Cause
be
I
it could
haven't
be a
seen
half and half thing
anything good
because I'm sure there are lots of people that don't like the Behemoth fight in Monster Hunter.
Oh, I'm sure.
Some
I'm
people
sure
would
it's
find it like very
Oh,
unfair
you
because
might
no matter where you are on that map, when he does his special attack, you die.
I mean,
You might know. Is the Behemoth fight in Monster Hunter on PC?
I'm not sure if it is on PC yet.
I don't.
Because I know they just said like a Kove Toroth siege is happening again, but only on Xbox One and PS4. So I think they're just waiting because a Kove Toroth siege is a event. It is not just something you put in. That is something that everyone prepares for. Like, it's such an event that you need to have people to play with to do Kove Toroth. You can't do Kove Toroth alone. You can't. Like, the game won't allow you.
Oh, they won't allow you. You have to do it.
Well, no, because Kove Toroth is like it's kind of a monster that you kind of need to have multiple people with, because you kind of distract it at some points, or have some while you're going off attacking the monster, you have someone else going off filling the cannons with cannonballs to get ready for when it comes by.
Yeah.
That's why I like. That's what I like about the Kove Toroth stage, is that you could just have multiple people going off doing different things, preparing for this monster. And it's like a 4-stage fight too.
Wow.
Yeah, but Behemoth, I need to get back into the game because I do need to fight Behemoth, and I want to see what his armor looks like. But yeah, so you play Monster Hunter World, and it's an amazing game.
It is an amazing game.
Some people don't like the handler. What do you think of the what do you think of the handler?
What, the handler's awesome.
I like the handler. Yeah.
I know Steve has a huge crush on her.
Who's Steve?
Steve is a friend of mine.
I mean, yeah, she's cute. Let's see. And your Palico? How's your Palico doing?
My Palico is currently wearing Rathian Plus armor, but my Palico is my late cat Millie. I designed it to look exactly like her.
Yeah, I made mine look like my sniffly cat Mickey.
Bob's Palico's purple. It's awesome. Like, that is not even real.
So have you met your friends' Palicos out in the wild?
Not out in the wild yet. I have sent them on missions, but I have.
Isn't
not
that a
met
cute
them in
animation?
wild. That animation is amazing.
Don't you love getting food?
I love getting food. I watched
Max Gaines.
Skipped it. I have never skipped that animation. You can. I never have.
Like, Meowscular Chef is amazing.
Meowscular Chef. Yeah, this canteen was starting to look canteeny, so I made some gains.
Max Gaines.
Pretty sure that the only thing I'd ever need to do in that game is cook. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
You can cook in that game. You can. There's actually, like, you have an option to put out a roast fire, like a roast spit, and just start like. And a little mini game happens where you have to.
This cat.
Oh, huh?
Ever. The only thing I'd ever do is talk to this cat.
Oh yeah,
talk to the cat. Yeah.
Meowscular Chef is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely yes.
But yeah, so it's a great game, and Specs, you will love it when you get it.
Very well.
Yeah, it's $60. I don't have any money.
I know.
Now, so I'm not.
I'm not buying it for you.
Fine, be that way, fine.
I am using the lance in your name, so.
Yeah, I use the longsword because I am
the best weapon for me. Very tanky.
I'm eventually gonna switch over to another weapon. I want to switch over to the switch axe. I want to try that out.
The switch axe looks so cool.
For you guys who don't know, switch axe is an axe that can turn into a fucking sword.
Yep, it is the best.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what you've been playing. Specs. Battle of Azeroth, I assume.
Battle of Azeroth.
Yeah, it's the only thing I've been playing.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's literally the best expansion so far.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Smoothest launch, great balance, story's fantastic. It rebuilds the faction pride. It does everything it needs to do. It's arguably Legion was the best balance we've ever had. BFA is the best so far, hands builds on everything and makes
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You keep talking about that.
Something great. Oh, I didn't have a whole lot. Like that was all.
It is awesome that I mean I know that my friend Josh is still playing it.
Like pretty much all of our friends except you are still playing it.
No, Josh is the only person I know that plays it.
Mitch is playing it. Lelth's online.
Mitch is playing it?
Yeah, Mitch is playing.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was say like a lot of our friends are playing. What are you talking about?
lot of the guild that I play with is still playing.
All right. So yeah, Battle Royale is good. Cool.
Yep.
I recently had like the urge to play a game I had called Sniper Elite V2.
Oh.
And that's a game where you basically it's World War II and you're sneaking around and you're just sniping enemies.
Oh, okay.
And the main pull of this game is how fucking brutal the sniping is. Like, the game will go into X-ray to show you the damage that your bullet is doing. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen eyeballs pop.
Oh. Damn.
And, like, no, like, it follows, depending on how you do the shot, it will follow the bullet, and then eventually once it gets close to them, it will go to their head, and then as soon as the bullet enters their head, it goes into X-ray, and it shows the skull breaking, the brain busting, the blood spewing, and
holy shit!
If there's someone behind them, the bullet can just like start flipping out of the first enemy and hit and go into them. So there's like some realistic ballistics in this game, and yes, you can shoot people in the balls, and you can see their balls pop.
Damn! Oh my god!
That's I finished
super
up.
Brutal.
I know.
When did this game come out?
It came out like a while ago. Sniper Elite V2 came out because there's already 2 other games that came out, and I've just gotten into Sniper Elite 3.
Oh.
Which has upped the brutality by showing more of the body.
Jeez.
I've seen lungs split. I have like the game's brutal, man.
Jeez.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's fun. And besides, they're Nazis. Who cares?
Right, who cares?
Yeah, so Sniper Elite V2 came out in 2012. Sniper Elite 3, 2014. Sniper Elite 4 in 2017. And I know I'll be getting Sniper Elite 4 in the next Humble Monthly. So
sweet.
I'll give those a try and I'll bring the update back. But yeah, so far, separately, if you are into brutal like gunplay, give it a shot. I'll tell you, the game's fucking disgusting. Next, I got back into my time at Porsche.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because the new updates came out.
How's it going? New update's good.
This new update, there's some new things, new stories, new things to do, and I appreciate that. And it's great. But something happened with this update.
Uh-oh.
It seems like someone changed the render distance on certain characters, but not others. Some characters pop into existence. And some items pop into existence. And like there's lots of popping right now. And I don't know how the fuck that's happening. It's like it's not ruining the game for me, but it is weird, and I hope they fix it soon. But so far, yeah, the game is still the same. My time watch, it's great. I love it. Payday 2 had a new update recently. Like they just keep adding heists to that fucking game. Let's see. The last heist that they did was like, I don't know if it was breaking feds, which is a stealth one I have yet to do, or what was it? I don't know. They keep releasing like free heists now, because eventually to a point they're just like, okay, we're done releasing paid DLC. We're just gonna make every content update from now on free.
That's cool.
This recent one added in a new heist and a new character.
Oh.
No new weapons, but that's fine. The new heist, very interesting one. One that I felt like, wow, why didn't I think about that? Like when I thought of because when I thought of like potential heists to do, I thought, how about the Federal Reserve?
Oh yeah.
Or like Fort Knox.
That would be sweet. The heistiest
is a really good movie.
The gold fingers.
And for Fort Knox, it made me think like, you know, it'd be really cool, a heist game in the Wild West.
Yeah.
Be careful of John Wayne.
John Wayne. Yeah. This game's already getting pretty close to that with revolvers, when they added revolvers and lever action rifles.
Oh.
Payday 2 is a fucking great game. But yeah, this new heist is an auction.
Oh.
I don't know if it's an
What?
illegal auction or like, you know, just like a regular auction. But yeah, you're basically trying to get an item back from an auction for one of your contractors. And yeah, it's encouraged to be stealthy, but you don't need to be stealthy. And I have yet to be stealthy, though I probably will eventually.
To be stealthy.
I probably will eventually. Yeah, so far it's pretty cool. What I like about it is that it's an auction house, so it's filled with all these artifacts.
Yeah.
And you can take every artifact if you want, and like put it on the.
Imagine you just sprinting down, like the guy's selling the item, and it's on a pedestal on the stage, and you just sprint down the center of it, punch him in the face as he's in the middle of just like still like doesn't hesitate, still calling out while you're running up the thing. Run up, punch him in the face, take the artifact, just run out.
If only. No, I think it's like an auction that has yet to happen. Or it is happening. I guess it might be happening in the stealth section. But if you go in guns blazing, it won't be happening. But no, like in the upper floors or like these cases with all these artifacts in it, you can smash those, grab the artifacts, and throw it into the helicopter. And basically, it's cool heist where like you can stay here, grab all the artifacts, and get much more money. That's what a lot of heists are, in some aspects. There's one heist that's basically all just like, if you keep making meth, you can keep making meth for as long as you fucking want. And the more meth you make, the more money you get. Or like
You're
in
not wrong.
the counterfeit, or in another heist called Counterfeit, where you find a counterfeit money printer. It's like, you can stay here, grab as much ink and paper as you want, and keep making money. And you can keep getting but be warned, you have to carry that all the way back. That's why I like what this game is. It gives you so
Just
many.
walk up, and you've got like 16 duffel
Yeah, so
bags. Dude, what the hell's all that? I found a money printer. Grab some of these bags. This thing's amazing. No.
yeah,
hey,
Specs. You got Payday 2, right?
Take the bags. I'm gonna go get the money printer.
Yeah, he does.
Bring that with us.
Did you get the Ultimate Edition, Specs?
I don't know. I bought whatever was on sale.
How much was it?
On sale enough that I would buy it.
Was it $5? I mean, like, depends, because either you got the Ultimate Edition or you got the regular edition. Either way, we can still play together. I mean, I don't mind, but.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. So we need to play that sometime. That'd be a great stream.
The Ultimate Edition.
That would be a great stream to do, man.
It was probably I have a couple other friends that have it too. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll all play together and we'll stream it. That'd be fun. And like that's what I like about Payday 2 is that they just give you all these choices and you don't need to get everything. If you are getting fucked up the ass by cops, you better get going, man. And
you better get going.
And they'll do collaborations with like a whole bunch of people. They did a collaboration with John Wick.
I think it's the Ultimate Edition because I have all the soundtrack stuff for it.
Then yeah, you should. I mean, check and see if you have all the DLC. If you do, it's probably the Ultimate Edition. Unless you, I mean, there's even like the. I'm not sure the Ultimate Edition counts for the Ethan and Gila pack. The H3 pack. In case you guys want to play as Ethan and Gila from H3. Which, yes, is an actual thing, and makes more sense with Gila because she was a part of the Israeli forces.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Payday 2 is great. Can't wait to play more of it with you, Specs. That'd be fun. Let's see, anything else?
Oh, no, I don't have the Ultimate Edition.
Alright, it doesn't matter. I mean, I would just getting DLC because you get more weapons and more characters and more heists that you can do by yourself. But as long as you just join my game, you don't need.
6 of my friends own this game, but apparently Kevin does not recommend this game.
Well, fuck Kevin, he's an asshole.
Really?
Yeah, he's the only one. His one friend recommends against this game, and it's Kevin.
What does he say?
I don't know. It just says he recommends against it. Just in that, is the game relevant to you?
Well, you like Killing Floor too, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you'll like Payday 2. It's like Left 4 Dead, but with cops and banks.
Oh, see, I feel like I'd like that more than Left 4 Dead.
You probably would, because there's like different kinds of cops, like the bulldozer or the taser. Yeah, we'll give that a try. When will you be free?
I have no idea because my work schedule is shit and I sleep perpetually now and don't make
Fantastic.
content anymore because I work a shitty job.
Fantastic. Well, we'll figure it out. Huh.
Hey, see?
Hey. Let's see. So I remember I sent a tweet to you guys. We're done talking about things that we played, by the way. Retreat for Smash, like for her. Choose wisely, fellas.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, hey, it's a good-looking woman, but I know what I'm getting with Smash. I'm not getting an STD with Smash.
Alright. Not getting an STD with Smash.
when you leaking over the bikini shorts, Specs don't smash. Specs gonna go play Smash.
Yeah, so I just found it hilarious, and I'm pretty sure he would also pick Smash, the guy who posted it, but
Yeah, that's why my reply was if she was a little bit more attractive.
oh yeah. Also, I went on vacation and I saw a guy with like 25 feathers in his fedora.
Wait, what?
I went on
That
vacation
guy-
recently. I just got today. I just got off of
Welcome back.
vacation.
Oh, that's why you said it depends on when I get home.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you saw an actual Anon.
I probably did
Like-
because yeah, no.
it was
Like, the
a
no, like-
high up- like this was a very high in power Anon. This was like a board poster Anon.
Yeah, whenever he tipped his hat, his eyes would glow red. No, but like my dad, me and my dad love hats. We just love looking at cool hats. So me and my dad were just sitting around. He's just like, dude, look at this hat. And I look over, and there's this old man with this hat that has like 20 feathers inside of it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, that hat is fucking amazing.
You witnessed a rare sighting of one of the actual like
Retreat
the-
for
the-
good. Retreat for good luck.
retreat for good luck. Rare sighting of Anon in the wild.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like that was one of the OG Anons.
going back to Smash. I know I've joked around and I said like if Bread from I'm Bread is not in Smash, I will not be getting Smash. But I think now I have a legit pick from what I've been hearing like people suggest.
Simon Belmont.
If they put Sora in Smash,
Oh yeah.
I will
Sora.
get Smash. It is
I can
unlikely,
see it.
but possible.
Why would
Yeah,
you
I can
not
see
get
it.
Smash anyway?
If Cloud can do it, Sora can do it.
Like I might get it for Cloud because I do like I like Cloud as a character and I might just start using him. But Smash just isn't my kind of game, I guess.
Well, if you're just gonna play Cloud, don't get Smash.
You're just gonna get play. Listen, if you're just gonna play Bayonetta, you might as well just not even join this tournament.
Exactly.
I don't know. I might also play Kirby.
Kirby.
And Snake.
Or hear me out. We could just play the game for fun.
Well, I wouldn't
Well,
play
when
it.
you
I'm
play
speaking
Cloud,
in tongues.
When I find a character that I like, I'm gonna have fun. It's like Monster
Oh,
Hunter.
yeah.
You find a weapon that you like, you're gonna
At
have
the
fun.
same time, though, just because a character's broken doesn't mean it makes someone good at the game.
I never pick character because they're broken. I pick character because I like how they look.
Well, no, Cloud is broken beyond a fucking reason.
Oh, cool.
Cloud
Then
is
I'm gonna pick him.
definitely so high tier, it's stupid.
But that
Uh,
doesn't mean just picking him it makes you amazing at the game either.
I know. But yeah. So if they put in Sora, which is, it's a possibility.
Absolutely possible, yeah. And that would be sweet too. I would rather have Sora than Cloud.
Well, see, they have to actually release a game for a character to have a game to be in the game.
Burn. That was good.
What was that burning?
Kingdom Hearts
Because
3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 still isn't out.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy VII hasn't come out for years.
Final Fantasy VII's been out for years
Still
though.
don't like.
So
on
has
principle-
Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Yeah, but not Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not Final Fantasy VII 2. It's Final Fantasy VII the remake.
Yeah, which is just
If
we're gonna
Kingdom Hearts
reskin the
3 was
game.
Kingdom Hearts 1 HD, it would be different.
Okay, counterpoint.
Okay.
Ness
Okay.
from Earthbound.
Yeah.
That game's also one of the most highest selling games in Japan for that console.
What about
If
Nest?
only, well, I mean, they don't have a game coming out.
Well, no,
but they
he's
don't have a game slated to come out either.
You don't know
Kingdom
that.
Hearts 3's been slated to come out for years.
Yeah, on top of that, Freelance Ness was in the original Smash Brothers. I think he's one of the original characters.
True.
What? No. What?
He was a hidden
I
character.
don't. Yeah, but I don't think the
Yes, he
prerequisite
was.
you guys are giving me is like completely shit. You're like, oh, the next game has to come out for it to be in
That's
Smash.
the point. Cloud is
No,
from
that's
arguably
not
the
what
worst
I'm
Final
saying.
Fantasy game, and he's brothers.
He's not from the
The
worst Final
joke
Fantasy
is
game.
Final
No.
Fantasy VII was fucking terrible.
I don't agree.
Bet you would have to have a game come out to have, to be like. I thought it was funny.
The joke, Freelance, is the fact that you're asking for Sora to be in Smash. That would mean he's gonna come out in a game that actually releases. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been in development for how many years, and it's still not here.
It wasn't a funny
That's
joke.
the joke. I thought it was hilarious.
I also thought it was good.
Because I think, honestly, the company making it is turning into a dumpster fire because people are getting more upset the game's not out by the day.
Well, it's gonna be coming out soon, next year.
Soon TM. We'll see if it gets pushed back again.
All right. Well.
Yeah,
we'll
FF7.
see.
I'll admit FF7 is overrated, but it's not bad.
Yes, it is not bad. It is overrated. I agree.
It's like Cowboy Bebop.
I have not seen Cowboy Bebop. Oh,
It's
no, I've
good.
seen 20
Cowboy
of the
Bebop
26
is good.
episodes of Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Yeah,
Bebop
it
is good, but people are like, oh no, it's amazing. And like, no, what Cowboy Bebop and Final Fantasy VII both did for like their communities were big. They both brought they're like
Right.
kind of that.
You-
Final Fantasy VII is the reason Final Fantasy is even popular in the West. Cowboy Bebop is the reason why anime is popular in the West.
Yeah, they were groundbreaking for their time, but compared to what we have now, they're shit tier.
Well, no shit.
Final Fantasy VII is my fourth favorite Final Fantasy game out of like the 9 that I've played. It's right there in the middle. It's a solid middle ground game.
You guys have to remember though too. Most of my opinions are formed as such. My opinions. I personally don't fucking like Final Fantasy,
Right. Except for the crappy online games.
and even then, I don't fucking like the online games. I don't play it anymore.
Well,
Fucking
I think Final
garbage.
Fantasy 14 is great.
You played it for like
For people
11
who like,
months.
yeah, but for people who like fucking shitlord fucking, I want to sit there
Tried
and
to get
scream about
me
that
to
for
play
grinding
it.
the rest of
Said
ever.
it was an incredible
You guys like
story.
shitlords. You guys
Oh,
like
yeah.
Sakurai.
And then it turns into a
Oh,
fucking
my
let's
goodness.
play this fucking game for our entire lives to get shit that's completely
That's what
irrelevant.
MMOs are.
No,
That's what
I'm
you've been
talking,
doing with
like,
WoW forever.
When the content's not even fucking rewarding, there's a problem. When it feels like you've completed something at the end of it, there's a difference.
Drew.
When it feels like I've played the content,
It's an
and
opinion.
got
It's his
nothing out
opinion.
of
Just
this,
let him have
it's
it.
fucking shit. By that logic, Drew, that an MMO is fucking completely worthless. All video games are a worthless waste of time because they're all an unnecessary grind to the end of nothingness that you just don't play anymore.
And no, Zombies Blood, you were wrong. 7 did make it popular. 7 was the most popular game, like, I'm pretty sure on the PS1.
Well, Final Fantasy
Final Fantasy 7 had a lot of influence.
Final Fantasy 1 was like a huge thing, and then Final Fantasy 6 was and still is the best Final Fantasy of all time.
I think that's
and
a
then-
matter of like opinion, isn't it?
It
I-
is.
I-
So I know some
saw
people.
a
I know
lot
some
of-
people who like 9.
It is a majority opinion.
Okay, cool.
It is an opinion, but it is a majority opinion. Several times it has been voted best Final Fantasy game.
Mhm.
I don't know, I heard 10 more often.
9 is super
10's
great.
good.
I really like 9. 10 had an incredible combat system. Its story is probably the worst of all Final Fantasies. But 10 had an extremely
13?
good combat system and some good characters. I haven't actually played 13.
I
bought
need to
it,
get back. I
and
need to
then
get
it
back.
didn't
I
work
need to get back into
for my
13.
PS4
I have it on my
or
PC. I need to
PS3.
get back into it. But yeah, so let's move on. So I just have the small thing. In Venezuela is fucked news.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They just raised their minimum wage again.
Again?
And no, and like sure, it could be like California's minimum wage raise, where it's like, oh, it's overtime. No, they do it like that. Minimum wage, it's raised right now. More money. That's how dumb Venezuela is being right now. Like, I feel bad for the one guy I follow who's from Venezuela. Like, he needs to get out of there. Just get out of there, man.
Venezuela is in a very bad way right now.
Yeah.
They are, and it is very sad.
Let's see.
I don't watch the news, so I don't know anything about that. All I know is that their currency is worth less than World of Warcraft gold.
Yeah.
What do you? I better hope Ivana isn't here. She doesn't like how Venezuela's doing either. I have a friend who's actually I have an actual friend who is from Venezuela, and she moved to Colombia because of how Venezuela was becoming. Yeah. And it's actually Zombie's blood. It's his girlfriend. And yeah, so she wouldn't agree with what the fuck's going on either. Let's see.
Venezuela is dominated by like that whole one big resource mentality, where one resource booms and that destroys the rest of like the way the economy works, because it only has one major export.
Yeah, oil.
Yep, oil. They're super extremely rich, and everyone else doing every other job is just starving and dying, and it's horrible.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we were talking a bit about Monster Hunter World. It's banned in China.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, so recently, I'm pretty sure consoles are banned from China. I'm sure.
Okay.
I think video gaming consoles in general are banned from China.
I think it's mostly games that are online multiplayer are.
Oh.
No, because I
maybe.
remember a lot of murders were made over online games in China.
Wow.
Man, that's sad. That's the only way I know. Yeah, because so yeah, Monster Hunter World. A bunch of people in China like pre-ordered Monster Hunter, like 1 million people, millions of pre-orders.
Wow.
Like yeah, really good numbers. For the PC version, because that's all they can play it on.
Right.
Days
Because the console's banned.
Yeah, days after the PC launch, China banned it because the servers are in Japan, and they can't monitor that shit. So they don't want people rebelling, like forming rebellions on Monster Hunter. Listen, we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet at the Gathering Hub, right? Yes.
Yeah,
We'll talk about our next.
Sarah.
We'll talk about our next. Our next.
Next move
Yeah, we'll rendezvous.
against the Chinese
I
government.
don't think consoles are completely banned in Japan or in China, because the Nintendo 3DS and the Switch function in both dialects of Chinese.
Huh?
I feel like that wouldn't make any sense if they do that and aren't sold in that country.
Let me see. China is finally scrapping its 15-year ban on video game consoles. Oh, that was in 2015. Oh shit. Hold on.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, China has a choice to make:
From an
PS4 or
Xbox
Xbox
One.
One. Yeah. So yeah. I guess back in 2015 they kind of repealed that ban, which is good because that means they can play things like Persona 5, and no, they probably can't play Persona 5 because it has to do about rebelling shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so
I
hopefully,
don't think they need video games to form a rebellion.
like, I doubt anything's gonna get fixed in China with the whole Monster Hunter World ban. So yeah, sucks for them. Let's see. Telltale Games. They're making a new game. Shit. Hello? I think the internet went out.
Okay.
I have my man, but
I am so.
let's
Hey. Okay, sorry, you guys keep cutting out for me. Yes, Telltale Games is making a new game. It's an Evil Dead game.
Like the band?
No, like the movie.
Like the band was a good question, but yes, the movie.
I've never heard of the movie. I've only never heard of the band.
Oh my god, the movie is hilarious, and it's the first movie is hilarious, and it's not supposed to be. The second and third movies are hilarious, and they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was one of those franchises where they found out that more people were laughing during their movie than being scared, so they were like, well, let's just embrace the comedy then, and they made a complete horror comedy.
Yeah.
And it became one of the most popular cult movies in the ever.
Yeah, people love it.
I feel like I might have watched the second one with Aaron and not realized it. Is it like supposed to be really stupid?
Yes.
Yes. it definitely is.
Like, people are like vehemently stupid.
Yes.
Yep.
And it has a very like really dumb concept. Like the whole concept of this movie was like they're like these stereotypical 80s kids that end up in a graveyard, and one of them strips naked during a rainstorm that's also acid that turns everyone into zombies, and none of it makes any sense at all. Is that the Evil Dead?
I don't
something else?
know.
It has a Necronomicon in it.
I'm not sure.
Okay, it's not that.
Oh yeah, it does have the Clatuberata.
Is that where the Necronomicon comes from?
Clatuberata Nicto.
Because the only thing I know about that is from Fable 2.
Is the Necronomicon from Evil Dead?
I don't know.
It is a mythological book.
Wait, let's see. It's okay.
Wait,
Oh no,
it's mythological. How is it on my bookshelf?
It's a fictional grimoire appearing in the stories by horror writer H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft.
Makes sense.
That's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. If it's
still,
if it's a mythological,
how is it on my bookshelf? I don't remember buying it, but if it's mythological, how is it on my bookshelf?
Just don't open it.
I don't remember buying it.
You're telling me. You're telling me it gives me command over legions of undead.
It doesn't.
You're telling me it's not supposed to exist. And now you're really expecting me not to open it when you tell me not to open it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that.
All of a sudden, it just cuts out as he dies. It's like, well, looks like Specs brought about the dead.
We tried.
Specs, yeah, so, but I just don't think Telltale can make a good game out of this.
Why not?
Because like Evil Dead game would be better off as a Doom game.
Why?
Because it's dumb fun.
Because it's dumb fun,
Oh, see, I'm still stuck on its metal, so it would make more sense to be Doom.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always been iffy about Telltale for a while now. Apparently, some of the games they've been making recently haven't been so good. Like, I'm pretty sure the recent Batman game isn't that great.
Like I said, I've never heard of all of their games, so I'm not really sure.
They made the Walking Dead games, or Tales from the Borderlands, or
yeah, Tales from the Borderlands.
The Wolf Among Us, or
never heard of it.
Or Buttfuck McLovin.
Buttfuck McLovin? What?
My favorite Telltale game. I don't know. So, speaking of Doom, I heard some new things about it. More specifically, what people have seen from the trailer. Apparently, other players can invade your game.
Oh.
As an enemy.
Huh.
Which is a cool concept. One that's already been done in Dark Souls. So I'm interested to see how it's interesting to see how they would do it here. Like, I guess they take over an enemy, like a ghoul or something. Yeah. So another thing, people are getting butthurt over something in the trailer. There apparently is something where they're going like, calling them demons is offensive. We prefer mortally challenged.
I don't feel like that's serious.
Oh, yeah, you don't think it's serious? You think they're making a joke?
for whatever reason,
You mean
that
like the internet
became
does
a
all the time?
stupid ass big giant thing. I don't know why everyone's freaking out about that.
Like, oh, it's making fun of Victoria, of like, you know, special people, that kind of thing. Even though it's like,
What? No.
like we're making fun of
no.
demons here, dude.
They're demons. Yeah.
They're demons.
Like they're literally hellspawn, like
Like-
actual mythological hellspawn.
Man, literally too angry to die.
I mean, I've gotten that angry.
Literally.
Only
too
happened
angry
once.
to die.
Vows to punish MS-13 demons who breached the Earth-Hell border. What?
Man, it happens. Sometimes you just get that mad.
The Hell Wall needs to be rebuilt. And we'll make Hell pay for it.
I mean, they broke it, so
Yeah. Are they implying retarded people are demons?
Right. What are they trying to
Like
say?
we're just like it's the same exact joke as Make America Great Again.
Right. Right. Like, God, people need to have a sense of humor. Holy shit.
And because of this
especially-
outrage,
it's
guess what? The
28
game is more popular now.
yeah. All you're doing is making people want this game more.
Right, because their joke is funny and their joke is awesome.
And I
And
forgot.
you're really stupid is all it comes down to.
I forgot what like other people said, like what other things were like talked about in the Doom Eternal gameplay trailer, because like
Because over stupidity.
Yeah.
I know that like there's like a whole scene where you're walking through this office and people are like looking at you and they're like, oh my god, and they're like shitting their pants at the sight of you, and they're like getting out of the way of like the Doomslayer, and then you take one dude's what?
Even if it was Doom Guy in a suit, he'd still have the helmet on and he'd still be Doom Guy.
If he was
Still
naked.
Look at your normal eyes. You'd be lucky to walk out of there alive. So the sheer amazingness would probably kill you.
He takes some dude's key card from like still all around his neck and just pulls him along and beeps it. And then there's like two guards, like one of them's like, hey, you can't go through it. Oh, okay. And because Doomslayer just takes his gun and walks away.
I mean, to be fair, what security guy thinks he can stop Doom Guy?
That
If
guy,
he
that
stayed
guy
this
for
way
like a
any
split second.
longer, He would have, and his spine would have been plastered against the door. as
That
Doom
guy for like a
with
split
his
second.
spine.
Yeah.
He made a mistake and quickly corrected it for the sake of his own life. He realized what he had done and that he had nearly jeopardized his short mortal span.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so far, Doom Eternal looks great. It looks like dumb fun, and hopefully doesn't fall into the same pitfalls that Wolfenstein 2 did. Because
I really don't think you can fuck up Doom, honestly. The only thing you could fuck up Doom is by not putting multiplayer, and since they're adding multiplayer, it literally can't be bad.
I don't know if I really cared about the multiplayer in Doom.
The Doom multiplayer is literally the entire reason.
Oh.
I mostly did it because I wanted to kill demons.
Yeah, no, it's all about fucking around with friends. That's what Doom is to me. It's absolutely, that's all that matters. Like,
Yeah.
it could be literally shit. I would still play the fuck out of it because it is multiplayer.
Yeah, Doom looks great. The meat hook thing, it's an interesting thing for like traversal, and
Fucking hook everything.
I'm interested to see how you can just like use it. And other like it seems like they could use that for like good ways to get to secrets. Like, oh, there's an enemy over there in a place where I could never get to. So if I hook over and get over there, and I can get a secret, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Speed runs.
Speed runs. The hook is going to be a definite
speedruns.
tool for speedrunners.
That's an age-old competition. Clear the stage fast.
Yeah. You know, apparently some dude like beat Prey in like 9 minutes.
Holy crap! Really?
Yeah. Maybe it might have been a little bit more than that, like 17. Either
So
way.
He turned the game on. He turned the game on. Did the tutorial? Went, ha! It's a simulation. You win.
You win the game.
You win the game. Oh, but let's see. So I don't know if you guys heard about this news story. Like a month ago or so, a dude broke up with a weather girl because he wanted to focus on his Call of Duty tournament career.
Okay.
And keep in mind, I'm pretty sure this girl was like rated like the hottest weather girl. Like insanely beautiful, and she just dumped her. It's like, I want to play Call of Duty, and I can't get that, and I can't have that poon in the way.
Duty.
Duty.
I mean, when you're trying to build a career.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He's really sucking right now, and he's not really winning at all.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah, but it's like, could you really? I don't think dumping that girl would have really change anything.
Yeah, I don't know what that correlation was there.
I don't know how their relationship was, so maybe she was really fucking needy.
Maybe.
And having to deal with her all this extra time per day wasn't leaving enough time for him to practice.
Good point. I guess we'll find out. So let's see. Liam Neeson is playing a man out for vengeance in this new movie.
That sounds like a Liam Neeson kind of role.
That sounds like classic Liam Neeson, yeah.
It's like, does he get any more roles that are differently now? Because he was great in Schindler's List. He was great in like other movies. Well, why is he only now a man out for vengeance? And to be honest, the premise of this movie is pretty stupid.
Uh-oh.
Well,
he's playing a snowplow driver out for vengeance.
Honestly, if I was Liam Neeson and I was asked to do that role and I was Liam Neeson, 1,000 times yes, because it sounds fucking hilarious.
Is it a comedy?
It better be.
But at the same time, I think a better question is, does Liam Neeson want a different role?
I would hope so, man, because he was really good in Schindler's List.
I don't even know what that is. So.
Schindler's List is a Steven Spielberg film, a really good Steven Spielberg film about the Holocaust.
Yeah, it's a very, very classic film.
The only Steven Spielberg I know is Dave Polsky, so.
Okay. Whatever.
I haven't seen Schindler's List, and I feel
it's really good.
Really shitty because of that.
No, don't. Just watch it.
I gotta watch it. Yeah, it's such like this amazing piece of classic cinema that I just really need to catch up.
It's funny enough, like my high school history class showed it to me.
Yeah,
it was shown there.
I wish
Hey, Drew.
Should have had it. Yep.
I bet you try and get freelance to kick. I am old. I have never watched Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
What? I am 32 years old and have never watched Pulp Fiction.
Cool.
That is apparently a cult classic that has gotten me criticism for years. For never watched and having no interest in.
I wouldn't say.
But then I referenced it a million times.
I wouldn't want you know if you guys have interest in that movie, I would say go ahead and watch it. Like, it's a good film.
It is
it's a good film, but it's not. If you haven't seen it, I understand. Because trust me, I have been on the receiving end of those kinds of things. Like things like, oh, what? You haven't played? You haven't seen this? Like, yes, I have not. Frozen is one that I keep getting fucking criticized for.
It was a solid 6 out of 10.
Well, I just never watched Frozen because people never shut up about it.
But it's still not like a must. It's not a must see.
Yeah. No, it was decent, but I wouldn't go. I've watched it once. I probably won't watch it a second time.
Like, I'd rather see. I still need to see Brave, and I still need to see.
I like Brave.
I still need to see Big Hero 6.
That was also good.
I want to watch those like a lot. Also, Zootopia.
Oh god, Zootopia is my favorite movie other than Coco.
Yeah. So, they're all movies we have yet to see and should. And take your time, man. Don't rush yourself watching it. That just ruins it.
Oh. See, I've just been burned on so many that I've watched and kind of got
Yeah.
it really wasn't that good. That I just kind of like stopped watching film. I'll only go watch something if it's something I really want to see.
Do you want to see Mad Max Fury Road?
No, but I really want to see the new Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh my god, the new Dragon Ball Z movie looks sick.
Toriyama's gonna rewrite Broly, and Broly's not gonna suck anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
He's
that.
so goddamn cool. I love the DBZ abridged Broly movie.
Because
Vegeta's all up on it.
Yep.
Broly's dick.
Even they could write Broly better than the people who originally wrote Broly.
Yup.
Like I attribute, now that I know that they exist, I attribute the Broly movies, the 3 of them that exist, to the Titanic animated movies.
Yeah, I noticed that like there seems to be a running theme with Japanese creators and not liking characters that they didn't make. Broly is one of them. Another one is Shinji Mikami and Rebecca Chambers. Rebecca Chambers is a great character. I love her from Resident Evil 0. But Shinji Mikami hates her.
Oh.
On what
Well, see,
grounds?
Broly
Does it say
had
why?
potential and sucked, and I think that's like.
We're gonna fix this and make this
I'm just
not
gonna
bad.
I'm just gonna appropriate this because you made it based on my creation, and you know you're cool. I like it. It's cool, but you fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up.
It wasn't like a James Cameron Ridley Scott deal where Ridley Scott was like, "Hey, check out this movie Alien," and Ridley Scott was like, "This is fucking awesome. I want to make a movie too," and he does. Yes.
Okay.
Ridley Scott loves aliens, and also James Cameron.
Well, I'm sure James Cameron loves Alien.
Yes.
Yeah,
Those
Broly
are two
was
movies
more
I've yet
M.
to
Night
see.
Shyamalan's, Broly movies were more like M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender.
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely
God.
Yes. That is how bad the Broly movie was.
But yeah,
Oh,
so
the Broly movies. There wasn't one.
There were
Wasn't
3.
2. There were 3 of them.
I still need to see Alien and Aliens.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Yeah.
Alien is super great. I like Aliens more, but Alien is very, very good.
A good comparison to make with like that in video games is Dead Space, the Dead Space series. Dead Space 1, great. Dead Space 2, just as great. Dead Space 3,
Wow, all right.
eh. And it's like Alien, great. Aliens, great. Alien 3,
Alien 40? Prometheus?
I don't think Prometheus was that bad,
It wasn't.
but it could be
But-
better.
The Covenant was. God damn it.
Covenant was fucking.
Poor Covenant.
Ridley Scott. I think Ridley Scott just needs to stop making movies. I think he's reached that point that Francis Ford Coppola reached. Because Francis Ford Coppola made Jack, and Jack is not a good movie. Ridley Scott just keeps making bad movies.
Which is weird, because, like, he started making some of the best movies.
Like there's only like one director that I know right now that has actually aged extremely well, and that's George Miller, who made Mad Max. Because he made Mad Max 1, 2, and 3, took a break, made Babe. He made the Babe films, came back and made Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road, my favorite movie of all goddamn time. Yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Resident Evil 2, the Resident Evil 2 remake. I've already talked like a lot about how gory it's gonna fucking be.
Good old Resident Evil 2.
And surprisingly enough, it's all that gore not going to be censored in Germany.
Oh wow, Europe has a huge thing with gore.
Yeah.
They don't care about nudity so much, but they hate gore.
What I like about Japanese games sometimes is that they give Western viewers a little bit more. Like in Resident Evil 7, there's a part where a guy's head gets chopped in half by a shovel. Yeah, it's fucking brutal. And
It is brutal.
they show it in all of its detailed glory in the American version. But Japan has a problem with that kind of shit, remember?
Right.
So, yeah, it doesn't it doesn't. Yeah, that part of the head doesn't come off.
America #1.
China #1.
China's like number 7.
No, I'm making fun of like battle royale Chinese players. China #1.
Yeah, I was watching Fitz the other day, and him and his buddies are playing. And there's a guy they always get there was always 3 of them, and they got a 4th comes in on their team all the time. They're doing Fortnite or PUBG, and the guy comes and goes, "Oh, China #1," and then they go, the other Fitz and his other buddy kind of go to agree, like, "Yeah, China #1." His other buddy just kind of goes like, "China's for like 7." And then the guy goes, "What? 7?"
Yeah, but to basically tell you how.
It was more like 7.
Yeah, Germany's censorship. The original Resident Evil 2 had gray blood.
That's weird.
Oh.
Blood's not gray. It's like man's not hot.
Well, it's gray blood because they don't want real blood. That's gory. Let's see. Okay. Oh, so someone's saying so in Resident Evil 7 they were actually gonna replace. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna read this just in case. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna read that. Not gonna read that. I don't want to spoil anything, and that spoils one of the best parts of the opening hours of Resident Evil 7 that I don't want to spoil for Specs.
Ah, yes.
And Drew, it is that part.
It is that part. Okay.
That part where the game instantly goes, "What the fuck?"
Because it's not as scary because it's humans that are like really messed up. It's not like monsters that your mind can manifest into nightmares. It's like, oh, these were people that got fuckered, and it's like, shit, that sucks. It's like it's like having nightmares of a disease. I mean, you could, but
it's more of like I just don't like Resident Evil.
Oh, well,
it has nothing to do with being scary or not. I think the concept for Resident Evil is stupid.
What is the concept?
The whole like disease and
this is not a disease.
Lettered viruses and shit. Like I just don't like it.
That's a strange thing to have a problem with.
The Resident Evil 7, it doesn't have anything to do with the T virus, and that's one of the things that makes it great, because like you get to see some of the things that started all of the entire series, or some of the stuff that's happening during that. So
it's not a prequel, you know. It's
still during, yeah, but it's happening.
It takes place after Resident Evil 6, which takes place in 2000.
I think that's why they call it Resident Evil 7.
Well, it's the thing. They kind of went away from that whole title thing. In Resident Evil 6, it was like the entire country of China, and that became a problem because that's not Resident. Unlike the other Resident Evils, which were much more resident than, you know, Resident Evil 6. Even if Resident Evil 5 was like the entire country of Africa.
I'm confused.
I would say give Resident Evil 7 a try. It's much more different from the other Resident Evils.
It's very different. Like, wow.
If you want to, there is a free demo, and you can give that a try. It's much more atmospheric now.
Idea. It is atmospheric, yes. I would say it's atmospheric.
And, yeah. I just give it a try. Give the demo a try. If you don't like it, I totally understand. I know it's not meant for some people. And also, Resident Evil 2 Remake will have a collector's edition, and it has a lot of bullshit in it that I don't want, but one thing I really do want. It will have the option to allow you to use the original music.
Ah, I like it when that happens.
And I guess it might only be in the collector's edition, and if not, I really hope they put it in the pre-ordered version, because I just want that. Just give me that. I don't care about these statues. I don't have room for statues.
I don't have room for statues.
Yeah, so... Oh yeah, something Zombies Blood wanted us to talk about. Slenderman came out.
Oh, Slenderman, yeah.
He saw it. Zombies Blood. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I was in a chat room with Zombies Blood, and he just explained it to me. And holy fucking shit! How can they get Slenderman so wrong?
They did a lot of dumb shit, but they did a lot of good shit.
Did they?
Yeah. It was. I would say that the Slenderman movie is about as good as Meg was. I saw them on the same day.
I don't believe you. Like, what do you mean by good? Like, good as in it was so stupid it was funny? Or are you saying it's a genuinely good horror movie?
It has some genuinely great moments.
I don't know what to think about this anymore. Okay. It was interesting because what I heard about the Meg was like, oh, it's better than Sharknado, but worse than Jaws. Like, okay,
That's a huge gap.
That's a huge gap. Yeah, zombies. Like from what I heard about Slenderman, it just sounded like a very not good movie. Just a whole lot of nothing and kind of just shitty things happening. For example,
it could have been
how the fuck did Slenderman turn her into a tree?
What? And she didn't. He didn't. He absorbed her and ate her
into a tree. I heard from two sources. The tree was involved. A tree was fucking involved. Two sources I heard this from.
A tree is involved because that's what Slenderman is. He's a fey spirit.
Also, that whole thing with like, don't take off the blindfold. Like as soon as someone takes that blindfold, oh, this isn't dumb horror movie territory, where nobody listens.
It was dumb, but it wasn't horrible. Like a lot of people are freaking out because it's so bad. Oh my god! But it's not so bad. It's all right. It's like 5 or 6 out of 10, depending on how good you thought the good stuff was.
And for you?
For me, I would say it was 6 out of 10. I'm one of the Sixers. Enjoyable.
He has literally never ever been a tree in the mythos.
He's always a forest spirit. In the mythos, he was part of the Black Forest in Germany.
That's like speculated rumor of it being connected.
The whole thing is speculated. He's not real.
Like Slenderman was created in the early aughts. Specs, are you okay?
No, I'm reading a tweet that Boogie happened to retweet from Tolarian Community.
Mm-hmm. And?
Urza during sex hurt me. Her. You are more to blame for your brother's death than the Phyrexians. Your stubbornness and hubris was really what killed Mishra. Urza, wait, her. In most ways, you're indistinguishable from Yawgmoth. Your actions are equally monstrous. Urza, stop.
That's super good because all of that, I love it. I love it so much. Urza is my fucked up boy. I love him.
Anyways,
He's
let's
so dumb.
move on. So Devolver likes to fuck around. It's obvious because we've seen their E3 conference.
Yeah,
what are you saying? They are completely serious and they completely...
Yeah, totally serious, and they always give a shit about everything. Yesterday, they put out a tweet saying, holding an impromptu Q&A on our unannounced Twilight games on the old Discord.
The old Discord.
Twilight, as in the novel.
Twilight novel.
After, like, just today, 11 hours after that post was made... Alright, 11 hours ago, they posted, quick update. The officially licensed Twilight game has been canceled. Please call off the lawyers. It's like, they literally had no reason to do that except to fuck with people.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love Devolver.
Devolver's great.
What the fuck?
What?
Why is this urinal shooting water a mirror?
What?
You not seen this?
What? No, I've not.
Drew had to have because he's the one that retweeted it.
What?
This.
I don't know what this is. I'm
It's
not.
in the Discord.
Oh, because
not
yeah,
in the
urinal has
Discord.
a urinal failed.
Oh, a urinal failed. Ah, yeah, that was awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like what? How it failed, all right.
Yeah. So you know, you guys actors play characters,
Usually.
and usually those characters are going to be bad people.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And obviously, the person who plays that character isn't a bad person.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio asked people online, "It's like, listen, I might be joining a movie to play as a reprehensible, horrible person. Would it be okay to take this?" It's like, you don't have to ask.
What? Yeah.
Like, I might be playing a racist. Would that be okay? And the worst part of it is that there are some people going. There are some people in the comments going, "I'm glad you asked."
What?
It's like, he's an actor.
Well, here, freelance. I'll bounce back to something you retweeted. If you think there are no stupid questions, you haven't been to a guest panel at an anime convention.
That's true. Have you guys ever have heard any stupid questions from a guest panel?
Oh my god, the brony panels.
Give me-
I've moderated these panels, freelance. People are dumb.
Yeah.
I've had to literally
give me
be the
some
guy
good
to
guys,
tell
please.
people,
Give me some good ones.
No, you can't ask
Give me
that.
some good ones.
Give me some good one, guys, please.
Freelance, they're so dumb that I've purged them from my memory. Drew, if you even remember it, go
I
for it.
purged them from my memory.
Drew, please.
Well, I've had somebody ask. I've heard someone ask, if one of the guys, because he hangs out with, so the voice actor for Apple Bloom is, she is, well, when she started voicing the character, she was 13.
Whoa.
Or 12, one of those. And she was, at the time this question was asked, she was like 16 or 17. So somebody asked, the guy that hangs out with her a bunch hangs out with her because they are musical partners. Like, her mom and dad, like her dad is the guy who did the music for Banana Phone. Like, for Rafi's song Banana Phone. Like, he wrote the lyrics and the music.
Huh.
Like, so
A genius.
he and her mother also produces music. So Black Griffin, the guy that hangs out with her, he was actually asked at a panel if they were dating.
Oh my god.
Like,
And it's like,
we're coworkers.
no. No. Why?
And it's like the kind of thing that Ninja was talking about when he said like he doesn't stream with women. I will say, what do you guys think of that situation?
Well, it's his choice to be like that. if he
Smooth
wants to
ass
be like
transition, yo.
What are we smooth transitioning to?
The topic of Ninja saying he doesn't want to stream with women, because he says he does it for his wife. He doesn't want to like have rumors spread, because he knows how horrible that can be.
That's a fair thing because
People are ripping him up for it.
People are ripping him up.
And people would have ripped him up if he streamed with women. It's just it's a catch-22. Welcome to the
It
internet.
is a catch-22, yeah.
That's
People would hate him if he streamed with women because now he looks like he's cheating on. And if he doesn't, well, now he's a sexist. Fuck.
Yep.
Welcome to the internet. That's why I don't give a. The owner is mine. That's it. Like, that sounds shitty, but opinions don't fucking matter. So I don't care. You don't like me, don't watch my content. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to read
Specs,
shit
you should gear your
fucking admit
content
about it.
towards me, your loyal viewer. Because I matter.
No, the loyal viewer watches my content because they like what I make. I don't make it.
No, you need to
specifically
gear it
for
towards
them.
me, please.
Ah, you're funny. But know what you can do? You could go find a content creator who's willing to do that.
Yeah, like Allier or something.
See, he's really good at doing that. You can go watch Allier. Because guess what? You're going to get some... Make sure you leave a comment in the section below this live stream, guys. Because you're going to be entered for a chance to win a free 0 V-Bucks.
Listen, hey, at least I got the chance.
Free
I could have.
zero.
I could have gotten those V-Bucks, man.
See, Freelance, you've retweeted something that makes sense. Tiny Brain, calling everyone either he or she. Advanced Brain, calling everyone by their preferred gender pronouns. True Ascendancy, calling everyone comrade.
Calling everyone comrade, yes.
You have reached true communism, comrade. So, yeah.
Excellent. That is wonderful. I approve.
Yeah, but so yeah, I just want to move on to a voice actor recently died.
Yeah.
Unsho
This is a sad
Ishizuka.
one.
Yeah, the voice actor for Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop, Professor Oak from the Pokemon series, and old Joseph
And
Joestar
Mr.
has passed away. We will
And-
no longer hear him go, "Oh my god!"
What? But that's not the like. Maybe we're talking about a different voice actor.
What voice
Or-
actor were you talking about?
Because the one that passed away recently that I know of, passed away because he was the voice of Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z, or from Dragon Ball.
What's the voice actor's name?
I don't know. He's one of the Japanese. He's the Japanese voice actor for Mr. Hercule Satan.
He was also the guy who played Jet Black in the Japanese version of Cowboy
Oh.
Bebop.
So yeah,
He
no, we're
is-
talking about the same
yeah,
person.
Then we're talking about the same
Yeah,
person.
he played very many characters.
Voice actor.
Mm. Yeah, rest in peace, my man. He voiced a good many people.
Yeah.
He asked
Thank
a lot
you
of people,
for-
"What Pokemon you gonna pick, boy?"
Liam Neeson will play a snowplow driver, hellbent to revenge and hard powder. Kevin Cruz, Mr. Plow, he said grimly into the phone. That's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Let's see.
Sent by Cyberlife would defeat Thanos in seconds? What?
Yeah,
Really,
apparently
where do you find this shit?
the internet. Yeah, apparently there's a whole list of like characters that would beat Thanos within seconds. The first one was Connor, the android sent by Cyberlife. And I mean,
I'm just
technically,
scrolling-
yeah, he would beat because he's not human, so he wouldn't be disintegrated.
Ah, you're right. He couldn't be balanced because
Yeah.
he's not an organic being.
He is OP
that's
to that.
true.
He's OP to the glove.
To which then he just punches Thanos in the face.
Yeah.
And then he disappears because he became human.
Yeah, and then yeah. Oh no, I have become human. I don't feel so
I have
good.
become human.
Being human.
Being human.
So I want to ask you, how many times have you heard of a brawling game called Outrageously Manly?
I have not heard it. That
There is a game
sounds
called
awesome.
Uppers, which is labeled as an outrageously manly brawler. And it is heading to the West on PC and PS4.
Outrageously manly, huh?
Yeah, let's see. Set on an otherwise deserted island of last resort, Uppers put you in control of up to 13 characters in perpetual combat against battle-hungry bandits who freely stalk the island looking for trouble, accompanied by a harem of thrill-seeking girls determined to see their beaux as the victor. So yeah, apparently all like the girls around you will cheer you on and will give you like buffs or something. The girls also issue challenges in return for reward bonuses, which can be used in the in-game store and gym to dress up and improve your character. Yeah, the more you succeed, the more popular you become, winning power-ups to help you stand victorious in street battles. So yeah, basically, the more girls you have and like cheering you on, the more powerful you are.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fucking great game.
Yeah, that sounds real to me. It's pretty realistic.
I
I know that's true when it's
one's funny. Jump is an unreal. I don't-
I'm sorry, what?
So I need to stop browsing Twitter. I'm turning into freelance.
Yeah, you're gonna turn to a shitlord soon. If you keep this up, trust me, you don't want to. You don't want to be that. Let's see. I guess let's see. You guys know about Jump Force, right? You guys remember Jump Force from E3?
Uh-huh.
It was the game that has like all the Shonen Jump characters. I guess like more gameplay of it or more pictures that come up for it, and it looks extremely ugly.
Oh.
Let me see. I'm just gonna look up Jump Force ugly. Yeah, I saw like some. It's very dark looking, kind of like gritty and not. And apparently they're doing it to appeal to the Western audience. I like color. I like color in my characters, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else I got on here? Oh yeah. EA either has gained or like gained some advantage or is now going to get worse, depending on how this goes. Electronic Arts, the CEO or what was he? Patrick Soderlund, who was the guy who basically he hosted all of the E3s for EA. He was that very boring guy that just had the most boring voice in the world. He's the chief design officer, apparently. He's head of the Worldwide Studios. He has left EA.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if the next person that's going to step up is going to be good. So either EA is going to get better or worse or stay the same.
Wait, EA could possibly get worse?
Yes. That
I would like to see. Simply for the fact that
some people like to watch the world burn.
Well, no, it's more of could they really do it at this point? Could they get any worse than they already are?
We are now shutting down all indie. We are now shutting down all indie game companies.
Ever on anything ever that's just not even relevant to us.
Well, I like the indie games that they're making. Unravel 2 looks great, and Sea of Solitude looks amazing. Not to mention A Way Out was great.
Pirate games with content. Make that a thing.
Pirate games with content? So what you mean is like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Or Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones specifically, not so much
or
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I can't think of any other ones. Do you have any other pirate games?
I don't know.
I mean, I said specifically pirate games.
There was
content.
like an NES pirate game from a long ass time ago.
I think Rare made one recently,
that was
didn't
actually
they?
really good though.
Didn't Rare make one recently? Can't remember the name of it because it's just such a piece of shit. I'll remember it later. Oh yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Halo Infinite's gonna be Halo 6.
Oh.
Is it gonna suck like Halo 4 and 5?
I just think it's weird they gave it a subtitle. After all this time of the number convention. Like, with Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, it had the number there, but it added a subtitle, which wasn't really necessary.
You mean, wait, are you saying that you'd expected them not to ruin Halo any more than they are?
Yeah, like, it would be much more clear if they just named it Halo 6.
Yeah.
It would make it a much bigger thing if they put it up to Halo 7, because 7 is a big number in the Halo series.
Yeah, it's kind of an important number.
Yeah. So, like, Halo 7, if Halo isn't fixed by the time Halo 7 comes out, they're fucked.
If this doesn't do well, they're fucked. What are you talking
about?
Yeah,
true. Honestly, I'm surprised that some of those companies that they have there is like still working. What's interesting? What's interesting about how Microsoft does things and how Sony does things? That Sony, they get their games ready, they get their games set up like years in advance, and they have companies that have worked with them for like decades, like
For generations.
like Naughty Dog or Sucker Punch, or like Guerrilla Games. They have these people that work with them for a while. Microsoft just bought some companies. Go like, okay, make us something.
Make the games. We need games because we have the most powerful console in the world. And
No,
think
you
that
cannot
Sony
make a
has-
new. No, you cannot make a new IP. You have to make a sequel.
Which not games on it.
Because if you haven't noticed, all of the
But-
games that are going to
but
be exclusive to
the
that platform
game-
are sequels.
Yeah.
Gears of War,
Sequels that aren't good.
Gears of War 5, Halo 6, and Crackdown 3. The only reason Crackdown 3 would be good is because Terry Crews is in it.
I mean, that's
Terry
the
Crews.
only reason it'll be good.
And like any other game they have, I guess Cuphead was a new IP, but like that's because that was an indie company. They're not gonna allow like 343 Industries or Coalition to make a new IP. They're just gonna force them to make these other things. 343 already put themselves in that corner by naming themselves 343 Industries. Now they can't make anything but Halo games now, because they just fucked themselves over by naming themselves that. Coalition, they're able to, make other things than Gears of War.
Are they though?
No.
See, there you go. Now you're telling the truth. We appreciate the honesty, Freelance.
Yeah, so that's about all I got. You guys got anything?
Not really, unfortunately.
All right. You guys got anything coming up on your respective things?
Literally just World of Warcraft.
Losing my job.
When will?
That's been a
It's interesting.
thing. We've known for a while, customer.
Yes. My last day at Connections is Tuesday, and then I'm gonna work there for another month before I decide whether or not I'm gonna take severance. I'm gonna take it. It could be $5, and I was gonna take it.
Actually, no. There's a few more news things. Apparently there's a special announcement planned for a Hat in Time. August 20th, 2 days from now. 2 days from now, a special announcement will be coming.
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with New Game Plus, from what I remember.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That was a while ago they announced that, but that hasn't come out yet still, as far as I
Well,
know.
we'll find out in 2 days.
I'd love to go back and play that some more. They go back and play that some
Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate came out. Got a demo on the Switch. The Spyro Reignited trilogy got delayed to November.
Ooh.
Oh.
AJ's mad.
Yeah, AJ's not gonna like that.
I think he's okay with it. I think everyone being okay with it because he knows like it's good. It's just them improving the game.
Are they though?
Australian cybersecurity minister proposes bill to gather user data from video games to combat terrorism. Okay,
Interesting
niche
proposal.
gamer. Interesting. THQ Nordic acquires Time Splitters IP.
Okay.
Time Splitters is like a fairly interesting cult game. Let's see. An open world action RPG Outward announced for PC and consoles. That game looked interesting. Dark Souls Remastered launches for Switch on October 19th.
Gotta get my Solar amiibo.
Gotta get your Solar amiibo. Famitsu's hosting an English survey for Octopath Traveler. Let's see. Avengers game is in development by Square Enix.
Really? Square Enix is developing an Avengers game.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it during the E3 thing, because like, hey, when are you going to announce this thing? Undertale set for worldwide Switch release, September.
Huh.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Nico Power Volume 2 is heading to PS4.
What's that?
It's a visual novel about fucking cat girls.
Sounds like
Oh.
my kind of visual novel.
And no, I literally mean you're fucking cat girls.
Like that's straight up the whole idea.
Kind of.
It could be fun for like 20
Like
minutes.
female cats or women who have cat features.
Women who have cat features.
I'm game for either.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I guess the My Little Pony fandom has really changed you. I wasn't expecting.
No, I would play it for this podcast, and I would play it like Aaron and Danny play the.
Yeah, I would join that. Let's see. Dragon Ball Fighter Z has a DLC for a character called Cooler.
Cooler,
Ooh,
awesome.
Neat.
King.
Let's see.
Cooler.
Honey Pop 2.
King Cold Sun.
Honey Pop 2 will have
Honey Pop 2, yeah.
yeah, we'll have a return of a character called Lola, and there will also be a trans character.
Ooh,
What's
cool.
that one about?
Delayed to 2019. Huh? What'd you say, Sex?
What's that game about? What's that game?
It's about fucking girls.
See, you're giving me games about fucking girls, fucking cat girls. Do you want me to not play these games? Is that the idea?
I want you to be gay.
I want you.
See, unfortunately, I really like fucking women.
I like women.
So I can't do that.
Then he
for you.
can never.
You absolutely
Do you realize what this means, Drew? He'll never join us in our threesomes.
Aw. Also, yay. But
Maybe if
also,
there's at least if it's a foursome, at least one girl.
One girl.
At least
You think
one.
Bets can join?
You said one girl.
Ooh, that was
She's
spicy.
this weird extraterrestrial thing. I think she's a xenomorph.
You don't know me at all.
Yeah. Wow, you don't.
Wow, we got there.